hunger pain. If I board the iron box, 10:30 straight to Lake Ronkonkoma, I'll sleep on my old mattress once again. There's a guy roaming around. He keeps on bobbing his head up and down, up and down, up and down. Go, Mike! Giddy up! There's a guy roaming around. He keeps on bobbing his head up and down, up and down. There's a gentleman aboard, yelling words that I can't say, and all the staring people look away. With a few exceptions, me and him, we all the same. The only pick I've got is his spare change. There's a guy roaming around. Catchy, right there? He's catchy.
Yeah, it's little toe tapper.
Up and down, up
Yeah.
and down, up and down. All right. What is up? I want to keep it going. What is up, everybody? Man, that song is catchy, Danny. What a great song. So, guys, welcome to the broadcast. I know it's been a couple of weeks since we've been out of commission. First of all, before I get started, that song is actually, Danny, from my client Suzanne, her son Michael Hogan. The name of the band is called Plymouth Knob. The song is called Track 19, all right? For those of you guys that are here in Long Island, obviously he makes reference to the Ronkonkoma Railroad Station, which is right here in my hometown. So anybody that commutes can probably relate to the life of a commuter, you know? So Suzanne gave it to me. She says, John, check out she's so proud. Her family's so proud of her son. He's up in college in upstate New York. I also train the son, Jack, and actually I train Adam, the dad, as well. We train the whole family, so it's great. But
awesome.
We wanted to, part of our topic today is obviously supporting local. And for those of you guys listening to that and heard that and enjoyed it, please check it out on YouTube. Check it out on Spotify. It's called Plymouth Knob, Knob. The song is called Track 19. And we're talking today about supporting local. All right. So that support your local artist, Danny, support your local gym, support your local musician. We're going to get into all of that. But I was really happy to be able to play that. Mike didn't even know I was doing it. I just texted Suzanne. We're going to use it as our intro music today.
Right.
On the podcast. So it's going to get some good exposure worldwide. Anyway, guys, have a listen. Plymouth Knob. If you like it, I enjoy it. It's got a little giddy up. It's got a little pep to it, and it's definitely a feel-good beat, Danny.
Yeah, definitely.
With Danny K down there and Danny K Gym and Wellness. I know you're coming off a bit. Oh, I'm Jon Koga, in case you guys can't read the little.
Who?
This guy.
Who are you? What's your name
going
again?
on, Danny K from Danny K Gym and Wellness down there in Westminster? Talk to us, Danny. I apologize. I shit the bed the last few weeks on this podcast with technical difficulties. I had to send the Mac, the phone, the hoof, the sneaker, the shoe, everything off to Apple to get fixed. And here we are. So hopefully, fingers crossed, we don't have any concerns.
Right.
What you got going on,
Right.
Danny? Talk to us.
So, well, first of all, let me just say it's Black and Red Day. I mean, like.
Oh yeah, well that's our colors, Danny. Come on.
Well, see, and it's so funny because for me Tuesday, I don't know why, but I've picked out Tuesday for being black and red. I don't even know why. And then Thursday for me is black and white. So I don't even know why. And so I color code my clothes and now I have to be black and red on Tuesdays and white and black on and. I don't know. It's my talk about what are they idiosyncrasies or whatever or your OCDs. Okay, so can I just talk about my OCD right here? So the seam on all my coffee cups have to be in direct opposite of the hole of what I drink. So when I feel that seam, I know where the hole is, so I can just drink blindly.
Yeah, that's actually pretty smart. Not for nothing. I
always and it's so exciting when I get my across the counter and I feel the seam and I'm like, oh, the hole is right there. Yes, not that they know that what they're doing, but
right.
Kind of cool. I'm like, whatever.
Right.
So yeah, I have a little OCD stuff.
It's funny. That would be a great topic. It's almost like not a superstition, but there are so many things that I do stuff like that nobody even knows about, but. That could be a good topic one time.
Dude, I have to put my left sock on. I have to put my left foot through my pants first.
That's great.
whatever. It whatever. I
That's
mean,
great. So,
actually,
Danny, what's going on, man? Tell everybody what's going on. Introduce yourself. Obviously,
so we had an amazing event. For those of you who know or who don't know, you're gonna know now. Like I'm also not only in Sizzle, but I'm also in a new company, hormone health company called New Life, and we have some great products. Right now we're doing this buy one get 50 off of our real weight loss product, not the
yeah.
GLP-1 injection
Yep. Yep.
shit. Anyway, but we're hormone health, and we have the gel, and we had a great event. I had Chris Cavadon from Rhode Island come down, J Lo, John Lepresto, the original J Lo from New Jersey, and Darlene Quinn from Florida, and they came up and did some. We had a meet and greet on Friday at Covalent Spirits, and that was great. And then Saturday we had like a nice little event where we just spoke. We had testimonies. We had samples, and we had eight new team members join my team. um and just getting all of that out there with the hormone health, not hormone replacement, but we hormone optimize. We're hot there, HOT, we're not HRT. And I know a lot of guys are on the TRT, and basically, like, real quick, what that does is if you're on like a synthroid for your thyroid, if you're on a TRT, a HRT, what that does is it shuts down the longer you're on that synthetic med for that whatever hormone that you're trying to like or like pick up or whatever, make better. You're not going to be making it better with a synthetic med. You're going to be shutting down your body's ability to produce whatever it's able to produce. And then you're going to be reliant on that synthetic med for the rest of your life. And that's still
Okay.
going to control other hormones. It's going to frag up your whole other bodies, your whole other hormones and everything. So what our gel does, it's transdermal. It's a microdose of HGH onto your skin. It goes in and it optimizes your hormones, and it puts your hormones, your testosterone, your estrogen, it stimulates your thyroid. It puts all of these things. It works with your glands. It stimulates your glands. It optimizes your hormones and puts
Nice.
them all into balance, right? And it can actually like take your HGH levels up to 800%.
Nice.
So, like, I mean, naturally, and optimizing everything. It's not replacing anything, it's optimizing. It's making your body start producing it to get it back up to those levels. Now, will you be back to where you were at 18? No, but you'll be damn near close, right?
All right. Cool.
So anyway, so we had a really good event, and I was just on the phone with JLo this morning, and we're looking to do another event, like a bigger event. So we had a couple of time slots. This time around, we want to do one huge one where, it's not just like, 15, 20 people, 15, 20 people, 15, 20 people. Is we want 50, 50, 70, 80 people in one shot, and, just, optimize our time and everything. But we want to do it when it's warmer.
All right. Cool. We'll get some
But
feelers.
yeah.
Hey, I got to make a shout out. My daughter's going to kill me, to my beautiful daughter, Francesca, who's checking me out, her handsome father, on Instagram right now.
All right.
I'm out of my mind. I love you, baby. I love you. Feel better. All right. She's not feeling too good. But
Feel better, Francesca.
thank you. Thanks, Danny. Man.
I mean, you got to look at that ugly mug, so I don't even know you.
You're right. This ugly face might have got her sick. I apologize, baby. I love you. So check it out, Danny. So, all right. So here, to our first topic. Danny, let me ask you a question. So you didn't go and rent a big box Holiday Inn conference center for your meeting, right? Did you go to Did you go to a local?
So I went to a local place. So a lot of time, like, there was a couple people that said, "Wow, it's a little, it's a little crowded, or it's a little loud," because they had a jazz band. But I rented out the room. We closed the doors, and it was a little loud, but you could mix and mingle, and we had like a little group over here talking, a little group over here talking, and nobody really wants to sit in a room and hear just one person talk, right? So
Right.
it was about mixing and mingling, and utilizing that and everything, and somebody had said, maybe, we'll do it like at a somebody's house or whatever where it's quieter or whatever, and I'm just like, I like supporting local. So that's me.
You
I
are the
support
number one
local.
person. You are the number one freaking person I know. You and Judy Wheaton, shout out to Judy, one of my clients that support local. I don't care what it is. And I'm
Yeah.
starting to learn. I'm doing more, Danny. I didn't mean to cut you off, but like even
No.
guys, even like guys, when you're, and there's nothing against, we call it big box, whatever, the big box gyms. And I hate to see like Macy's and all this stuff closing down, but it's like with Amazon and all this online, guys, support your local. Like we started this broadcast off with Plymouth Knob, Michael Hogan's band that he was singing on there. He wrote, he produced it. He's a local kid, trying to make a name for himself in the music industry. You know how difficult that is, and then
Yeah.
you hear that and it's like, so he's upstate New York right now. I know when he comes home, he's going to play locally. So what are we going to do? We're going to go watch him at a local venue and support local, whether you're buying freaking chopped meat, whether you're getting your head, whether you're working out in a gym. Danny K is a local gym down in Westminster, Maryland. I know a lot of people like to go to the Lifetimes and the LA Fitnesses, which a lot of them are closing down, but I don't wish bad on anybody.
No.
But it's like, support the local. Support your local entrepreneur. Danny was just saying about New You Life. We tell you guys about Sizzle all the time. You want a side hustle. You want to get in the grind. You want health, wealth, and happiness. Support your local, your cousin that you keep shutting the door in her face because she's been to you 50 times with MLM. We get it. But you know what? Now you say, well, that's not local. Well, yes, it is, because she's the local person that's representing the brand.
And it could go like all the other ones, not all, but like a lot of them have gone affiliate, right?
That's
so
right.
They've taken like Beachbody, not to put down anybody, but Beachbody was out for years as an MLM, and people like you and me, supported Beachbody and built that company to what it is. And then all of a sudden they like, whoop, took the rug out from under you because they want to make even more money. And Alexi and I think Tom Maurer, rest in peace, but his whole family legacy. And that's what made me resonate. And I was just talking to Chris Cavadon, our top sales guy, our top earner, yesterday. New You Life resonated with me because Alexi is almost like the mirror image of Tom Maurer, where if they have a like the gel or like Sizzle Rip, we know for a fact Sizzle Rip, it will be pulled off the shelf until all the real ingredients, quality ingredients, are found, put in, and they won't skimp. So Alexi is the same way. Alexi, and I'm like, wow, this is like listening to Tom Maurer. You know what I mean? So and Alexi was presented millions upon millions of dollars from several different people, several different companies, several different big tech companies, big pharma companies. And he was like, absolutely not. My people, like these people, I want to help. With the way he's looking at it is he's helping the people like you and me help our family. Right. And so he feels so much better doing that than, helping some other, big tech
company. I got it.
Making buku money. And our product, maybe sit on the shelf, or maybe cost more, or maybe they don't take the quality and the pride that he has taken and screw it up. You know what I'm saying? Like he was presented with Pfizer and he was like, no, buy Pfizer. No, you know what I mean?
That speaks volumes, man.
Yeah. So, and that's what you find when you find local. You know what I mean? When you buy local, when you support local, and you're helping us. And not that I have any kids, but you're helping us put our kids through school, our dogs through X-rays, or as we get older, as they get older, right?
Yeah, you're right.
To the dentist and everything for our dogs. Like it gets expensive as they get older, right? You're helping us help our own family. But when you're supporting, and sometimes we have to, right? Sometimes we have to go to the Walmarts and the big corporations and stuff. But when you do just the corporations, you're helping them have their third beach house, their second yacht. They don't give a fuck about you, but small business, we care about. You know what I'm saying?
Danny, I agree. And shout out to all of our small business owners worldwide that are listening to this, guys. I think once a year they market it as, hey, support your small business week, maybe the day after Black Friday, whatever the hell.
Yeah, we get one Saturday.
It's not it's nice. It's such a good feeling, especially when the weather's nice, to walk down over here. We have a town called Port Jefferson right on the Sound, or go to one of these. Just walk Main Street USA, man, and walk in and talk to the owner that's struggling and grinding, trying to pay their rent, and like buy local, man. I don't
Yeah.
care if you're eating it, you're wearing it, you're working it out. Try to buy local, guys. I'm
And
telling you, it's a good
and
feeling.
that's the other thing you just said. When you walk into that store, you're talking to the owner.
Right.
Call Planet Fitness. You gonna
Right.
talk
Yeah.
to the
Yeah.
owner of
Yeah.
Planet Fitness? No.
Yep. That's true.
You're gonna walk into Danny K, Jim Wellness, and you're gonna
Mhm.
see the owner. You're gonna walk into a Koga's fit, the
Yep.
Koga thing.
Yep. Yep.
You're
Yep.
gonna walk into the mom and pop shop. You're gonna see those people working hard and busting their ass. You know what I mean?
You know,
Um,
they call it brick and mortar. And if you guys sorry to cut you off, if you guys are listening to this, I want you to drop in the name of your business right now. If you're a local mom
yes.
and pop shop, drop it in the comments, address, website, whatever the hell you want, drop it in. We want to make the shout out. This local is about you right now.
And the other thing, people say, oh well, yeah, like for me, for instance, my gym is $30 a month. Planet Fitness is, we're 15 or
They are,
20 or whatever their black card is, whatever, right? Because they were 10 and they bumped it up to 15, whatever. That's all great and well, but again, I stress, like, when when you spend $30 a month on a gym membership, you're getting like at least $50 worth of value. When you spend $15 at Planet Fitness, you getting maybe $15 of value to that, right? Because
right,
I mean, I care whether you're getting help. I care whether you're doing an exercise right. I care whether you're feeling good. Every single one of my members comes through and I'm like, hey Billy, hey John, hey Bob, hey Mary,
yeah,
hey Sue. You know what I mean? Like, and so you're getting sometimes small business has to put their prices up a little bit because the
I agree,
economy affects us small business people way more
no
than it
doubt,
does the big corps, right?
no doubt,
So, yeah, so think about that when you're like, "Oh god, is it, whatever, oh, that costs a little bit too much." One, we're talking about health and everything. You can't put a price on health. You can't put a price on health whether it's, one of our products or,
right,
Sizzle product, New You Life product, the gel,
right,
the gym, training. You can't put um a price
yeah,
on that.
yeah,
You go to Starbucks and pay $8 for
yep,
for a damn
yep,
little freaking
yep,
whatever,
yep,
and you think it's, oh my god, you can't live with that $8, and then
yep,
you're gonna come at
yep.
me for my gym being whatever
You're right.
that local business being high priced or whatever,
Yeah,
but you
for
don't care
sure.
about Starbucks
You
paying
know, even in the terms of food, like people say, oh, there's no, there's Burger King, there's Wendy's, there's Taco Bell. Trust me, I get it. But you know what? I know up here in New York, I'm sure it's taking place all over. Shout out to all of our new meal prep companies like Eye Candy Meals and Red
yeah,
Beautify. All these guys are out there cooking their asses off and grinding to give you a healthy alternative. They're delivering it right to your freaking house. I get it. You want to drive up through the window. You want to say, give me some extra fucking barbecue sauce. I get it. But you know what? You can still support your local guy that's grinding, making you a healthy meal. And guess what? For even cheap, I went to Wendy's the other day. I went to freaking Wendy's the other day. Or I'm taking everybody, kids, everybody's orders. I walk away from Wendy's $95. $95. Three kids meals, two this, four that. I'm like, what? I didn't even order something for myself. I'm like, are you kidding me? Like, that's the racket that they have. And it's shit. It's garbage. You understand? Now, am I going to take away Wendy's for my kid, every now and then? No, of course not. But like, support local, guys. It really is going to help the economy, and you're going to feel good about it. I promise you, you really will. It's just Danny's. Like I said, Danny's been talking about this, directly and indirectly for years since I know her. She goes to all the Sergios. She goes to all the local places by down there in Westminster, and she supports them. She tags herself in them, and I really think that whether it's a local artist, musician, support them on social media. You guys are posting up stuff from people like, obviously you don't know, I get it, you like it, but dig deep into the local grind that's going on your social media page. You're going to stumble across a Mike Hogan that has a band. You're going to stumble across a local artist that's an amazing drawer if you're into artwork. You're going to a chef, whatever, a trainer, whatever. Just I think it's time to really say, you know what, let me dedicate the next 30 days, put yourself to test to try to just support anything local, a
Yeah.
local repairman. You know what I'm saying, Danny? I'm getting being more
Absolutely.
conscious of it. I have to. Because we
Absolutely.
are, we are the, we are the local, we're the local entrepreneur.
Yeah.
We're the local trainer. Yeah, I had a huge 30,000 square foot gym for many years. Now I have a nice little studio. Shout out to Joe Thompson and Beth over at Lockdown BJJ. We have the Koga Fitness Center located in there. Once again, it's got to meet your overhead, and it's got to make, if it makes sense, it makes dollars, so to speak.
Yeah.
Everybody wants to have that big, huge, store and warehouse and storefront until you got to pay for it. You know what I'm saying, Danny?
Trust
And
me.
then you know this, and then it's like, whoa, now you got a knot in your stomach because you can't pay your rent. You got the sheriff coming to put a lock on your door. You just like you're beat down, you're broken. Where's your family? The ones that you thought everybody, all your friends were going to support you. So you got to really take this stuff. If you're going to keep it on a local level, partner up with somebody. If you want to own a personal training studio, you want to have you want to teach group fitness classes, go to your local dance studio, your local karate dojo. Trust me, they can use the freaking money. Go to Danny K and say, Danny, I want, how can I be a trainer here? How do I
Right.
teach a class here? It doesn't always have to be big. I got to have big, grandiose. That's when it usually kicks you in the ass and bites you in the ass, because Danny K could have literally a 50,000 square foot facility with her knowledge, her expertise, her personality, the love she has for her clients and her members. But you know what? It's not in her budget. Maybe someday, the way she's grinding and hustling and stuff, maybe somebody will be there. But I still think Danny is always going to
But
keep it as
I I
Danny
like
K.
the small. I like the
You
small.
know?
You and I talked. We were in the midst of franchising right before COVID,
Yes.
and we wanted. I got 2,400 square foot, and we were talking like three to 3,500.
Yep. Yep.
Just that's small. Like,
You
you know what
know.
I mean? Like, not doing the whole big. Because then that's when everybody just becomes a number, and you
Yeah.
know,
And you
I'd
know what?
rather have a few small ones than one big one. You know.
I love when even if you're traveling, let's say I'm up in, I don't know, shout out to Mystic, Connecticut, whatever. I'm up there taking a little trip up there and walking through Main Street, USA, and walking in and just, like you said, talking to the guy that's been behind the counter. Now his grandkids are working behind the counter, ice cream. It's such a good feeling that you want to spend your money there. You really do, and as opposed to, yeah, I know you jump on Amazon, you got an Amazon gift card. And I really don't really shop on Amazon. I know it's convenient for people. I still like to touch things. I like to feel things. I like to walk around the store.
Yeah.
I just like to do that. Call me crazy, but even Christmas shopping, I'm going out on Christmas Eve, and I'm looking for deals, and it's me, I
Yeah.
like it, you can't get, we know you can't get away from online shopping. You just can't.
Right.
It's part of
Right.
our culture. It's embedded in our fabric of the landscape of who we are right now in our DNA. But I'm telling you, man, just get out one day and say, I'm going to I haven't been to whatever the local town is in your area. Walk into the ice cream shop, walk into the pizza shop, walk into the local brewery, walk into the woman that's selling boutique jewelry or clothing.
Yeah.
Buy something, man. Treat yourself and feel good about it.
'Cause
Anyway,
I'll tell you what, we as the small business owner appreciates your hard earned cash a lot more than
yeah,
than the big corporations and everything, because that it means a lot to me for anybody, especially you. I have students that leave, they come back and they're like, "Hey, Danny, I'm back in town for a month. I want to use." They could very easily just go to Planet Fitness and do
sure.
something, whatever. But they come back to me, and that speaks volumes. I have people that move out of town or whatever for whatever reason. A year or two later, they're back. They don't go check out any other gym. They're like, "Hey, Danny, I'm back in town. I want to join. Like, you there? Like, you want me to join online? Like, what? You know what I mean?"
Yeah,
Like, that means so much to me to know that somebody is taking their hard-earned money and paying for a gym membership, or paying for a personal training, or a personal training with my trainers, or taking a Koga class or whatever. Like, that's they have a choice, and,
yeah,
and they choose me and my gym and my facility and my whatever I have to offer here.
right.
So
And Danny, you know what? Even on a different level, then we'll switch into the next topic, which is really good. All our topics are good. So even like maybe you guys can relate to this. Maybe you guys have experienced this, but I'm going to go as far as say, let's say even 5 to 10 years ago, you would go to your local GP, a general practitioner, your doctor. Okay. You went to his little, he had a nice little, he was the only one there. He had his bookkeeper behind, he had his billing people there behind the counter. You sat there, he spoke to him, he did your blood pressure, he checked your ass, he checked your throat, he checked your ears, he did everything. Okay. It was up front. I felt like it was more local. Now, I don't know about down there, but I'm sure many of you can relate to this. Now everybody has joined groups. Now it's the medical group of. So my doctor now, if I got to get my throat checked, my ear checked, my ass checked, they got to send me to it. They got to send me to another doctor, another group, asking me the same questions. What are you allergic to? It's like you're constantly being jockeyed around and passed around just on a freaking routine checkup. And I think the local aspect of going to knowing your doctor or your dentist, it's gone. They're big. I mean, these big HSS, all the up here, we have Catholic health organizations. Everybody's becoming part of a group. And I get it. It's a business. They got to make money. But I even feel like even on that side of the health subject, when it comes to your doctors, there's no more upfront and personable. It's like log in online, pass you to this one, go to billing to that one, go for that one, cough in this one's face, drop your drawers, cough in there. It's insane. It's like,
well, and also you only get 15 minutes because sorry, you gotta rush you through, it's all about money. Back in the day, it was all about you, and like the doctor knew you and your family, and your ingrown toenail on your aunt's toe, and you know what I mean. But now it's just like, I'm sorry, what was your name? Okay,
yes, exactly right. Hey, listen, maybe in the old guy talking in the room, I get it, but times have changed. But as much as you can, you're not going to resist on your health. You're going to go where they tell you to go, obviously. But it's shout out to you if you're a GP out there and you're still up front. Maybe the small town USA towns, I'm sure, are more like that. And it sucks. But anyway, Dani, so we discussed food. Right now, we're coming off the holidays. I guarantee I would go on and go out on the edge and say that I would say maybe 80% to 85 to 9. I don't know what the numbers are. You might, of the people that started a New Year's resolution already done. They're finished. They threw in the towel, and we're not happy for that. And it's like, I know I fell short on the KFit 30, which we'll talk about at the end of this broadcast, due to some issues I had, but we're not done with it. But so right now, what are we in? Those of you guys live in the warmer climates, bear with us a minute, because you guys are fortunate enough to have, summer, you have your beach bodies, summer bodies all year round for the most part. But those of you that are living in 4 seasons, or seasons where, we get a little cabin fever up here in New York, it's been literally, I bought a cord of wood. It's literally, it's 2 feet wide, 2 feet deep, 4 feet wide, 8 feet wide, 4 feet high. It should have lasted me to freaking the winter. We literally had like the last 12 days of 21 degrees or less, and I burned through the whole freaking thing. Okay. Bought it local. So the point I'm trying to make is that, like, when it comes to getting in shape right now, and you have cabin fever and you're sitting in the house and you're like, I want to get ready for the summer, you're going to blink your eye. We're literally, I think I saw on the news today, we're 35 days away from the solstice spring, whatever it is. Okay. Whatever they call it, the spring solstice. Woo. Thank you, Dani. Tongue twister. I didn't want my dentures to fall out. So sure enough, you blink your eye and you're going to be taking, look, I'm zipped up here. Look at this. I'm zipped up like a sausage right now. You know what I'm saying? I'm zipped up like a sausage right now.
I got a heater.
But before we're going to be podcasting about topics going to be about, taking that shirt off, putting that bathing suit on. So what do we need to do, Dani, right now? You blink your eye. We know life travels at hyper speed. To get that, when are these beach summer bodies built, Dani? How do we start this? Do we wait? Let me wait till a month before Memorial Day. Talk to us about the importance of listen, you got to take baby steps. So talk to us about the importance that you tell your clients. If you want to be in the best shape of your life come Memorial Day weekend, or you're going to a summer wedding, or your daughter, tell us about how do we start this process of building these bodies now on January 28th, 2025. Right. What do you got, Dani?
Right. So, I mean, and I always have this saying, and it's summer bodies are built in the winter. You know what I mean? Like, and I have this one thing that says
in the kitchen, right, Dani?
Well, the abs are made in the kitchen, right? Yeah. But I have a thing. Actually, I have it like on my TV, like a commercial at my TV. at my gym. It's summer body loading. And,
Cool.
and it's just like sitting there like, how that loading,
Yeah,
little
it's cool.
icon thing
Cool.
does. But people want, like, they're like, they'll wait and wait and wait and wait and procrastinate. And then they have a vacation June 1st and then April, May, June. So May 20th, they'll be like, oh my God, I got to get 60
Start.
pounds off by my vacation. Okay.
Yeah.
When's your vacation? June 1st. I'm like, do you realize you got like a week? Like, what the hell? I mean, so okay, we're going Biggest Loser style. We're gonna be working out 8 hours. It's gonna it's gonna be like $8,000 a day. You know what I mean? Like, but I'm getting that weight off of you.
Oh man.
Why wait to the last damn minute? I mean, and we do that, right? With everything, we procrastinate with everything. And the easiest thing is keep it going all year round, and
Yep.
then maybe you have
Boom.
5 pounds to lose before your vacation, not 60 because you fucked off all year, and
Right.
then a week before your vacation, you're like, "Oh, wow, I need to get 60 pounds off." Well, you weren't worried about it 6 months ago when I could have actually done something about it, you know?
Right.
So, summer bodies are built in the winter, and again, like I said, keep it consistent throughout the whole year. It's less work, right?
Yeah.
If you keep your house clean on the regular, it's less work to actually have to do at that one time where you're like, "Holy
Very true.
fuck,
Very
shit.
true.
Okay, what
Very
do I?" And,
true.
and it's going to take you 8 hours to clean, your living room if you just would have just kept picking up every single day or every single time. You know what I mean?
Sure.
You've got dishes piled in your sink. Well, for the whole week. Well, if you just would have like done the dishes after every time you used a dish, you wouldn't have all of that. But we procrastinate, right? So
Yeah.
it's the same thing with our body. If you just do something several times a week, a little bit each day throughout the whole year, you won't have to work your ass off like 2 weeks prior to your vacation, right?
Right.
So, but let's just say you fucked off all year, whatever. You got a vacation coming up in June. It's now like the latter part of
February.
January,
Yeah. Yeah.
February. So like do something now. You've got February, March, April, May, and then if you're you got at least 4 months, at least 4 good months, and we always say healthily you can get 8 to 10 pounds off a month, right? So if you start now, that's at least 40 pounds, right? No brainer. Like, but the longer you wait, the longer you procrastinate,
It's
the
true.
harder the job is. And it becomes more of a job than actually looking at something as it's fun, it's motivating. I'm doing a little bit at a time instead of having to do a shit ton
Right.
all at once, right?
Yeah. So guys, tips on where do you start? So if you're sitting here right now, 3 weeks past your New Year's resolution that went out the window. You tried it, you this, everybody's trying to sell you weight loss products and everybody's trying to get you to come to Zumba and Koga and all sorts of shit. And you just kind of waved the white flag and threw in the towel. So what do we do? It's actually not a bad thing you did that. You want to know why? Because eventually when you're going to look in the mirror and you're going to say, I'm just done. I'm just tired of excuses. I'm tired of being tired. You know, like Danny said, let me start holding myself accountable right now. Maybe I'll do dry February. Maybe I got to cut back on the alcohol. Okay. Or I tell people, don't you can also, how about doing this? If you're not a drinker, how about going, minimal carb February? How about going like, and let me just start with a walk around the block. The first thing you have to do is you got to take the step and you got to keep moving. You got to get your body in motion. Now
Yeah,
that doesn't mean
action.
take it, an action. You don't have to take an hour-long Koga class, but get outside. If it's cold out, cautiously walk up and down a flight of stairs a few times.
Right.
Go to your stop at the stairs, do 15 air squats. Walk back down, do 15 air squats. Get yourself, acclimated into your body, feeling like, okay, I got some good stuff that's going to be coming my way, getting it prepared for that. All right. You don't need to be in a gym, although obviously we both have them. We want you guys there.
Right.
So if you're using it as an excuse, is what I'm saying,
Yeah.
don't, because you don't
Yeah.
need any equipment.
Yeah.
You don't need, you don't need right there. You don't need anything.
Yeah. Even you say you're giving all those examples. The other thing is if your ass is sitting on the couch watching TV when there's a commercial, don't fast forward. Like get
Yeah.
up and do some air squats, do
Yeah.
some
Yeah.
planks,
True.
or take that commercial time to actually do that. Do a little bit of something, something. Lay on the ground and do those bicycle things
Yeah.
or
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
then
Yeah.
do
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
do something, and then that little bit turns into something a little bit more, a little bit more, a little bit more. I mean,
And guys, if you are girls and guys, folks, whatever you identify as, if you are unmotivated,
like two genders.
if if you are unmotivated, reach out to Dani. She has online stuff. Reach out to me. Whatever. Now reach out to Dani. Don't reach out to me. Reach out to Dani. I'm joking. Daniel has a great online program that she can do via Zoom or whatever the hell she's doing, and let her get you on a meal prep. Let her get you on some training. Reach out. You got to see how bad you want it. Because I'm telling you guys, you're going to blink your eye. Those of you living in 4 different seasons, when you look forward to Labor Day week, Memorial Day weekend, it's going to be, you're going to blink your eye. We're going to be here talking about it, saying, hey, remember back in February when we were talking season 11, episode 2? Well, here we are. Let's get to that point feeling great. Let's build this beach body or summer body. Let's start now.
Right.
Let's get you on the path. And it's going to come with, like I said, exercise, supplementation, obviously support, which we'll get into later with the KFit. It's ideal for you to get
Nutrition.
on KFit, especially if you tried your New Year's resolution. And yes, you go, well, John, I've been hearing KFit. I get it. I had some setbacks, but we're going forward now with this thing being launched, and we'll make sure we make it even more worth your while because of my setbacks. All right.
But even like, you think about like in 3 months, when you look back, if you didn't get started doing anything, even the smallest little bit of an action, in 3 months, you look back and be like, where could I have been at this 3rd month mark if I would have started 3 months ago?
Right. That's
You
true.
know?
I'm training. I got to make a shout out because it comes into the conversation. We're talking about weight loss and body fat. So I'm training one of my clients, Michelle. She's going to be training for her first fitness competition.
Oh, yeah.
And we're looking at upstate New York in June. I'm waiting for IFBF to Bodybuilding Federation to get back to me on opening the registration. Anyway, so we were discussing like the right amount of body fat you need to, which I'm not going to get into her numbers, but they're good. She looks good. So even if you had to lose, like Dani said, if you can lose, what'd you say, Dani? How many pounds a month? 10 to 12,
8 to 10 a month.
8 to 10 a month. And of that 8 to 10, you can get your body fat percentage down maybe 2 to 3% each month. You look, guys, 10% body fat drop. Your average woman in her 40s and 50s, average woman is in her 30s in her body fat. You're in your 30s, okay? You're going to notice a significant difference in your 20 when your body fat gets down into the 25, 23, 24% range. First of all, the visceral fat that's around your internal organs, we're gonna not to diminish that significantly, but we have to learn. You guys have to learn that the scale, as we discussed a million times on this podcast, don't let the scale dictate your life. You cannot.
Right.
You have to get with a Dani K, a trainer, get your body fat done. Even though my body fat was out of whack, my machine, because the batteries were dying, and we checked Michelle's, and it was like 6. One day it was like 4% higher. Next day it was 3% lower. But I was able, and that'll beat you up. So
yeah, that's frustrating. Yeah,
that's frustrating because then I did it. So now if you tell yourself, here we are, I'm X amount of days out, and once again, I appreciate you guys' patience that are bougie out there at the beach, all year round. We love it. We were jealous. We got a little jelly belly, but it's good to start now, slowly, so you don't have to rush into it. Pace yourselves, guys. Pace yourself into the cardio program you got to start doing. Pace yourself into, maybe doing how about a no white starch February? Eliminate all white starches from your diet for February, along with the alcohol.
Well, and I know what you're saying on that, and
I'm thinking out like something.
I personally, like, I hear people doing that all the time, like dry February, dry this month, or I'm not doing this, or I'm doing.
You're big on moderation.
Like, I know. I'm big on moderation because the thing is, if you lost, exactly, that's if you lost, a shit ton of weight just because you didn't drink in the month of February or whatever, or you didn't eat any bread in the month of it. Is that sustainable?
Yep.
No. Is that life sustainable? Are you going to pick up another alcoholic beverage? Are you going to pick up a piece of bread?
Right.
Are you going to pick up, eat some rice or whatever it is, right? Yes, of course you are. So just like when I had to get that menopausal weight off, I didn't, I could have talked to, and I'm glad she didn't respond back in that timely fashion. What's her face?
Mia?
Eye Candy.
Oh, I can't. Oh, Deborah. Yeah,
Ever.
Deborah.
You know, I mean, because I was just like, look, she's a bodybuilder, and I just give me the bodybuilding like meal plan. I'm gonna
Yeah.
stick to it, but that wouldn't have been sustainable. That would have gotten me where I wanted to be and better, but then that wouldn't have been sustainable. So how do I sustain it? How do I
Right.
keep that going? How do I
Right.
keep the menopause weight off? How do I because and live the lifestyle that I like living, right? You know, with my cheat day or whatever. So it's that's why I'm not that big on you know the drive this and the know this and the know that
Right. Right. Right.
and the
Right.
fad diets of like one of the guys I talk with at Rofo, you know, he was like, I'm on the carnivore. Well, I don't like that. Like your liver's gonna get fucked up, right?
Right. Right. Right.
You know
Right.
what I'm saying? Like these things are not life sustainable. So okay, once you've done that and you get to a certain point, if you're not watching your levels and all of that stuff, and shit starts happening and breaking down, you're not going to know until actually something does come at you and you're feeling pain or this or that or whatever, and then you go and get something checked. And you're like, oh
Yeah.
shit,
Now. Yep.
I didn't know. I wasn't eating carbs or
Yeah.
anything
Yep.
like
Yep.
that for the past 6 months. I've just been eating, red meat and whatever,
Yeah.
whatever,
I hear you.
and
Sure.
now you fucked up the internal body, some of your organs, right?
Yeah.
So it's all about moderation because, I look at things as like, is that life sustainable? Can you do that every single day
I
for the rest
agree.
of your life? If you can't, then I personally would say don't do the no drinking month or the no, I don't, I personally, you do you, boo, and you do whatever, but I'm going to tell you when you come back to me, like, I told
Yeah.
you,
Yeah.
shouldn't have done
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. Moderation is the key, Danny. You know what? It makes your life, and you're even more happier. You keep yourself happy. We love to see your posts on your cheat days with you and Justice with your donuts and your pizzas. And it's like, treat yourself, but it's like, just find that happy moderation that works for you, that you are seeing the scale go down, you're seeing your body fat, you're seeing your inflammation drop. Your body, half the inflammations in our body is from the decisions we make on the food that we have, not from the overloading of them. We don't have, I don't think everybody's a power lifter here, that our joints have taken a toll and a beating for all these years, but it's most likely attributed to the food that we're eating, that we're ingesting, that's causing
and
a lot of
and
it.
the meds that you might be on.
The meds, the stress. Excellent. Thank you for saying that. So moderation. Like, I want to bring something up because it's. I'll introduce a product real quick. I'm going to keep 1 to 2 minutes on, but it has to do with our topic. So many of you out there that have high blood pressure, I'm not making the claims I'm going to cure your fucking high blood pressure, okay? But I'm gonna go toe to toe with it and combat the shit out of it, and let the chips fall where they may. And I'm sure we'll be raising your hand up in victory after it's all said and done. So a lot of client people out there listening have high blood pressure. Now, different types of high blood pressure. One could be because of being sedentary, one could be hereditary, and one could be due to stress, okay? You could be the healthiest person on the planet, eat everything right, go get your blood pressure checked, and it's because the stress that you put on yourself, okay? A doctor once said, you'll get stress, you'll die from carotid artery, from your arteries, plaque in your arteries faster with oxidated stress from the weight of the world on your shoulder than you will from eating McDonald's 3 days a week. Okay. As long as you exercise and all that. And it's proven. All right. So right now I had put 3 of my clients on. I'm not going to tell you their names, but I put 3 of my clients on this product. It sounds like it's a product for male. It's not just for males, okay? The product from Sizzle is called 4 Restore. I'm holding up for those of you guys that and if you live on Long Island, it's called 4 Restore. 4
For
Restore. 4 Restore. 4 Restore, okay? 4 Restore. The number 4,
sound like
SESTORE.
Elmer Fudd.
Yeah, 4 Restore. I know, right? So what this does is, this is a product that is going to enhance and support your body's natural ability to regenerate, and revitalize and increase the amount of nitric oxide in your body. Now, what does that do? It's going to open up, vasodilate. It's going to open up the arteries, capillaries, and blood vessels to send more fresh oxygenated blood into your organs. Therefore, it's going to have your systems running better. Okay, so when we have high blood pressure and we have the systolic and diastolic, systolic being on the diastolic being on the bottom number, systolic on the top. It's, for those of you that don't know, it's the pressure that it is when your heart is actually when compressed, when the capillary and the arteries and veins are compressed, the blood, the force of the blood going through when it's compressed, and one is when it's in between beats. Okay, for so many terms, keep it layman's terms. So when we have high blood pressure, it's constantly compressed, and it's causing less pressure to go through those veins and those arteries and those capillaries and all that. So what nitric oxide does, and it's proven, it actually basically flushes it out, and it opens up the spigot. It opens up the spigot from this little straw to a nice big water hose. Okay, and that's going to optimize and have you run better, maximize your performance. Everything in your body, all your systems are going to run better, and it's going to also bring down your blood pressure. How do I notice? Because I've done it. Okay, I've done it. If you're tired of taking medications and your doctor's not taking, I'm not your doctor, so please ask
Right.
your doctor first. But you wanted to try something that I know is proven. You guys got to look into this product that we have. Danny or myself can get it for you. And also, men, all my chismos out there. Okay, guess what else that's for? Danny, cover your ears. She's gonna throw up in her mouth. Guess what else 4Restore is good for? 4Restore is good for. It's good for libido. You know libido, boys and girls? Libido, okay? I know you're going on all these little blue chews and all this shit that you're finding all over the internet. You don't know what the hell you're putting in your body. You're getting on a telehealth with some guy wearing a fucking white jacket, thinking he's a doctor, so they can sell you some shit that they're making in somebody's basement. Don't do it. This is a proven product. Okay, so this is going to completely enhance your libido, boost your testosterone levels. If you're suffering from low testosterone levels, this is proven. I know I have half my friends taking this stuff. Okay, I don't need this shit just yet, but I'm going to put that out there for the record. Anyway, so check this out. It's a really good product for men and women. All right. And if you want information on it, reach out to Danny or myself. We'll make sure we send you the link for you guys to check it out. It's called 4Restore. That's going to be one of the featured products, along with Danny had mentioned her gel as well. So I don't know, Danny, what do we got? We got a couple more minutes before I got to dip out to the Cairo, see my boy Dr. Dylan and also Dr. Bender at Olight Bar Therapy, Danielle's place over here. I got to get adjusted today. So I mean, Danny, what are you thinking? So we obviously we trying to obviously talk fitness, food, life, and fun with people. We do like to joke around, but on a serious note, like you got to take the next step. You can sit back and say tomorrow, the old saying, tomorrow never comes. You know what I'm saying? We want you guys to be in the best shape of your life. Maybe that'll bring me into the KFit 30. You heard me mention it a few times. I was gung-ho. I had a couple of podcasts that crashed when we were supposed to launch it. I got sick. So we're going to be launching the KFit 30 podcast. I'll have the link up. I've given you my word. I know I said it before. I'm going to give you my word that by next Tuesday's broadcast, you guys will have it, and then we'll formally go live with it. We'll drip it along the socials the next few days. Give me a day or two to get it loaded. And then next week, we can have you guys that are listening from elsewhere, out of the country and out of the state, where you guys can click on the link and join our KFit 30 1-month mission body challenge. All right. It's going to be for 1 month, which inevitably lead into 3. And maybe it'll lead into until Memorial Day weekend if everything goes well, Danny. I mean, Danny, your clients have seen great results and your people have seen great results. Now that we added new you life products to this shit, right. And we're going to add Mia's going to talk about her pain management as one of the accountability and support groups that we're going to have for you. So we got something that we're putting together that should be bigger than it's ever been, Danny.
Yeah, absolutely. So, and the only thing that you can do, and we can't do it for you, is action. I always tell people, like, I can give you all the motivational tools, all the motivational speak, all the motivational videos, like whatever, links to whatever. It all comes down to you actually taking the action. And if you don't take the action, shame on you, because you got a lot of people in your world, spouses or partners or kids, family members, like employees, whatever your level of life is, there's people that are counting on you and counting on you to be healthy. And if you're not healthy, then I mean, it's a shame on you, and we need you around, right? And the only way that you can be around is to take action to your own health and not wait till, and some of you already are in problems, an area where need to take action because of like specific health issues. But how about we take action before the specific health issues make you have to take action, right? Take
Right.
action because you want to, and it's so much more fun to do things because you want to, not because you have to,
Yeah.
right?
For sure. And I tell everybody, you know what, if you guys are out there, the older folks that are going to, 15 different doctors, every other week, and you're paying a $50 copay, think about that. Think about, like, I tell my clients, for that, if you put that $50 copay, $25 copay toward a Danny K or a trainer or a membership, you don't realize, guys, how good, and shame on the insurance companies for not really recognizing it even in more greater depth and
A lot
detail
of
about,
stuff is going to
you
change
know,
soon.
it should change if we make this make America healthy again, which I want to believe that's good for everybody. So without you, whatever your political views are, if we're going to make this country healthier, we're going to take the red dyes out. I don't want to go off on that tangent right now, but like, keep it all in perspective. Set your priorities straight. You get a ton load of free content each week with Danny K and myself on this and make sure you subscribe also on this KFit Talk podcast.
Yeah.
All right, we love doing what we do, but you got to put it into action, guys, because think about it. You blink your eye, you kick the tires, you drag your feet. Oh shit, Memorial Day is here. My daughter's wedding is here. I got to go for the first fitting. My even if you're young and you got that prom, you want to look good for your prom. We don't exclude, we want you. I've trained
Yeah.
plenty of kids that were getting
Yep.
themselves ready for prom, and moms and dads out there, listen to, if it's this very sensitive subject to talk to your child if they're fighting the obesity gene, or they're low self-esteem because of it. Have a nice conversation with them. Show them. Say, listen, you know what, Mary Jane or Billy Bob, like Danny says, let's get you. I'm gonna treat you. So I want you to work with a Danny K. We're gonna go down to Danny K's gym if you're in the Westminster, Maryland area, or if you're up here in New York on Long Island. And I'm gonna have John. I have a great youth program. We want you to work with them. And what's nice about getting a younger kid, a teenage kid, involved with personal training? A couple of things: self-esteem, ego, confidence, and also
Yep.
teaching them the importance of keeping this in their lifestyle as they go on to college and they go on
Yeah.
to
Making.
do great things in life.
Yeah.
And no kid, my kids don't want to hear me. I coach their freaking teams. You think they're the one I want to stick my foot up their asses when I'm out there coaching and they're disrespecting me. They don't want to listen to me. And, well, my daughter's a doll, but anyway. So guys, if that is in fact resonating and hitting home, no matter what age you are, you have a senior in your family that maybe is just sedentary and bedridden, and you want to get them. Danny has showcased. Danny, I don't know how many you've done. You've showcased veterans, 90-year-olds, 87. You have people at your gym,
104.
104. So guys, the point was, the reason I'm saying that is because it's never too late. It's just not too late. There's nothing wrong with trying to add one healthy day onto your life. And I think we have the golden ticket to help you guys do that.
Yeah.
I ask God and I pray to God. Also, I'm getting religious now that I hit 35, coming up to 40. I'm going to start seeing some crazy changes, but
Somebody's lying.
the lightning bolt's going to come. But it's like, we do this bag up. We do this, hopefully all this money we spent on 4 restores and gels and all this stuff, one, to feel good, look good, and of course to prolong our longevity in our healthy life, so we can see the kids and enjoy what we have to come in our lives. Danny, I mean that. I know I'm getting serious right now, but it's proven.
It's serious. I mean, it is
It's
serious.
serious,
You only have one body, and
yeah.
everybody takes care of all their, like their mechanical things.
Their cars, they're waxing their cars 10 times,
But then, they look like a, slob, or they're in
Yeah.
pain, or, they're not sleeping right, or whatever. And they're just like, oh, I guess that's just old age. And
No,
they just,
hell no.
no,
Hell.
it's not. Because some of those things that you're experiencing can be fixed by either one of our supplementations, but definitely through working out and eating. Like, if you just do a little bit of activity and get some proper nutrition going, you don't have to be to the T, but you're not going on stage in 12 weeks or anything like that, but
Right.
just healthier choices. That's going to take the inflammation down. It's going to make the moods better. Just that alone is going to transform your thought process. And it's never too late. Like John said, we've got 80-year-olds, 90-year-olds, 104-year-olds. I mean, John's 75 and he's doing it, and you know what I mean? Like, you're never too old, right?
And Danny, you know what? It's like one, and we'll touch on it more when we do. We'll talk more about the KFit 31-month mission, and also Danny, the support that we offer with people. We've brought people together from all over the
Yeah.
world that support each other on the socials, that get on our calls, that get on our. And it's like when you see you have love from every angle, supporting you and encouraging and applauding your accomplishments. Guys, we put together a really. I don't like to use the term family too loosely, but it's like we did put together a nice little family, community, tribe, whatever you want with the KFit brand and Danny K and Jon Koga. And we want you guys to be part of it. All right. So if there's anything that you heard today that really is hitting home and you want to either direct message us or reach out to us, or you sound like you feel like your time is ready. You gave that New Year's resolution a shot. It didn't work. It's time for you to be tired of being tired and let's get you in the game. I really want you guys to reach out to us or drop us a comment and let's get you guys going and we'll get this program going. We're gonna have some fun with it. We're gonna give you guys content, workouts, nutritional tips, special guest speakers. It's a community that we've put together on social media and via our podcast. And make sure you get to the Spotify's and the Apple Musics and you get to KFit Talk and click subscribe. All right, listen, I said enough. I got to shut the hole under my nose. I like to say I have to, we'll close this thing out. And I got to get over to see Dr. Dillon and Dr. Bender so they can tune me up. So, guys, as always, I want to thank you guys. To all our people that we've never met. Someday we will meet you. Hopefully, if you want to bring Danny or myself to your gym, to your area, to host anything we just discussed, whether it's New You Life, Sizzle, Koga Fitness, trainings, whatever, we want to make sure we can research it and see if it's worth everybody's while to bring us out to your town, to your country, and to change lives through the KFit brand. Jon Koga, thanks again, guys. I like to say one Koga love. I'm out. Danny, what do you got in closing for us? And we're gonna hit you guys with a little when we're done, we're gonna hit you guys with a little Plymouth knob.
Plymouth knob. Keep in mind, choices, even when you don't make a choice, you're making a choice. You're making a choice to not make a choice. And not making a choice sets you back further than if you even made the wrong choice.
How come I haven't heard that in fucking TIFI? Where'd you pull that one out of, Danny?
I always say that. I always say that, right? You know what I mean? Like, and then it's also like the Nassau countdown decision. You go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Boom.
Did you go or did you stay? Because either way, you just made a decision. Okay.
I love it.
So do the Nassau countdown. No choice is still a choice, and it just do it for yourself.
Yeah.
So
Danny,
get that case. What?
You're looking kind of hot. I'm not joking, man. You are looking freaking sexy as a mofo. There's still a chance. There's still a chance.
Must be the Joe, and there ain't no goddamn chance, John. There ain't no goddamn chance in hell. Hell did freeze over, but there still ain't no goddamn chance in it.
I gotta look. I put the glasses on because I gotta come like, fuck, man, this chick is hot as shit. Oh my God. Anyway, girl, she's single. Oh, maybe she's not. I don't know. Let me leave it at that. All right, close us out. Now I'm looking like, wait a minute now. What is going on here? I knew she was always hot, but man, damn. Go ahead, Danny.
Not bad for 55. What?
Oh, you're too old for me. I'm sorry. I thought you were 35. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I know. I'm older. I'm older than John. Whatever.
Okay.
Whatever.
All right, guys. We love you guys. Danny, close it out with your famous saying.
Stay in tune, stay informed, stay motivated, y'all. Come on. Give us some Plymouth knob.
Giddy up. Plymouth knob.
If your toe ain't tapping, you're napping.
There it is, Plymouth knob. Catch it. Catch it. Keeps on bobbing his head.
Toe tapper.
And all the staring people look away.
You got a good voice, Mike.
With a few exceptions,
this is a knee slapper, Dan. This is a knee slapper.
I know, it's a knee slapper, toe tapper.
This is a knee slapper, baby. All right, check out Plymouth Knob on all the socials. Good bunch of guys, man. And check it out. Download it. I'm enjoying it, man. We got to go. Till next time, guys. We'll check in with you guys later. Thank you again. We'll close it.